Okay, so there are lots of things that we could vary to try to improve this. The first thing I want to do, keep everything the same, and just introduce the language that you said you used. How do I know? Oh, because the highest power on the variable is 2. So this time, okay, I'm going to teach you what we mean by the words quadratic equation. For example, this is not a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is not 2. But this is a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is now 2. This is also a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is 2. This is also a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is 2. But this is not a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is not 2. So I think automatically that is definitely going to be better than the first sequence. Yes, there is still quite a lot of noise between the three positive examples, but this time we're saying we're directing attention. It's really clear what to attend to. So here, with the first one, it might not be clear what we mean when we say the highest power in the variable is not 2, but as soon as we get to the next one, it's really clear. Don't know if it's come through in the video, but I was trying to use this cursor thing to circle the relevant bit. If I were in a classroom, I would be pointing to it. So I would further aim to direct attention to the thing that matters. Again, is a quadratic equation because the highest power on the variable is 2. Is because the highest power is 2. Is not because now the highest power is not 2. Try to be really careful with the language rather than saying because here it's not 2 and then saying it's not quadratic because the highest power is 3. Sticking to because it is 2 or because it's not 2. So that would be an example of a correlated feature sequence. The questions now would be, is this a quadratic equation? Response, yes or no. Follow-up question, how do you know? And the response I'm expecting is because the highest power on the variable is 2 or is not 2. That could be done either by selecting students individually to respond to that second question, cold calling or all hands up or whatever method. It could also be done with call or response. If that phrase is short enough and everybody knows clearly enough how to respond, you could have everybody simply call out how they know at the same time.